Hi everyone, I'm Tasha and I will be talking about Crooked Kingdom by LEIGH BARDUGO. This is the sequel and conclusion to the Six of Crows duology, and this just came out on the 27th of September. I read this almost a week ago. I loved it so much, so I have to talk about some things in a video. I do have a Six of Crows book talk, which I will link down below. It's one of my older videos and it's a bit cringy, but if you want to hear my thoughts, it'll be linked down below. So Crooked Kingdom takes place shortly after where Six of Crows ended. Inej was kidnapped and they're obviously planning on getting her back, so there's a lot of planning and scheming already going on right from the start. And while Six of Crows mostly took part in Fjorda, Crooked Kingdom takes place mostly, all of it, in Ketterdam, and I loved this city so much. It was so interesting. There is a map for Ketterdam in the beginning. Obviously there's this one again, which is in Six of Crows as well. And then we have a map for Ketterdam. So yes, I definitely loved the setting of Crooked Kingdom. It was so interesting to see where everything was and how Kaz and everyone else went about in this city. For my spoiler-free thoughts, I will say I absolutely loved this book. I can't say I liked it more or less than Six of Crows. I liked them for different reasons. Six of Crows was quite action-packed, whereas Crooked Kingdom was more subtle action, I guess. I don't know how to explain this, but there was a lot more planning and scheming going on in Crooked Kingdom, and things just kept turning around and going in directions I wasn't expecting at all. I never knew what was gonna happen. There were so many plans and somehow they always had new plans and I was like on the edge of my seat. It was so fantastic and epic and oh my god. Such a good conclusion to this duology. Definitely a new favorite, like the entire, like both books, Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I will recommend these books until the day I die. LEIGH BARDUGO did such a fantastic job at giving every character their story, but still telling the overall story of Dreda Param and all the other things happening. I'm at a loss for words right now because it's been almost a week and I still don't know how to convey how much I loved this book and how good I thought it was. Another thing I'm gonna mention in this spoiler-free bit is the dialogue in Crooked Kingdom was absolutely hilarious. The dialogue in Six of Crows was quite funny, but there were so many moments in Crooked Kingdom that made me laugh out loud, which is weird because this was even more morbid than Six of Crows. Is that the right word? But there were a lot of more darker moments in this. Oh, I don't think I mentioned this, but I obviously gave Crooked Kingdom 5 out of 5 stars. So that was it for my spoiler-free thoughts, and if you have not read Crooked Kingdom, I recommend leaving this video now and maybe coming back if you have read it. So goodbye! Okay, moving on to spoilers. First thing I'm going to do is put this book down because it is heavy. I'm not going to go too in-depth with like every plot point. I just want to talk about a few things here and there. Okay, first I'm going to talk about Nina because Nina was still fighting the Param addiction, and oh, my sweet baby Nina, I felt so bad for her. But at the same time, I was so proud of her because even though she had her weak moments and was tempted to take more of the drug, she fought through it with the help of Matthias and the others, obviously, but I'm so proud of her for getting through that. I found it really interesting reading about her internal struggle with like the drug and also her not really connecting with her Grisha power anymore. The drug kind of messed up her Grisha powers, which really sucks because Grisha need to use their power to feel alive. Nina couldn't quite use her power anymore without feeling worn out, which is like the opposite of what the Grisha powers are supposed to do. But the fact that she was able to control the dead and not the living stuff, because she's a heartrender? Is she a heartrender? Oh my god, yeah, she's a heartrender. Her power centers around the human body, the living body, so the Param, the drug, Dreda Param, kind of twisted around her power and she was able to control the dead, which was really interesting, so morbid, but really fascinating. I'm really happy she found something she was able to connect with again, because it made her feel better when she did use that sort of power. While I'm talking about like Grisha powers, I'm gonna talk about Jesper, because Jesper is a fabricator. I never thought about this, but Six of Crows hinted that he never really talks about his Grisha power, but he doesn't really use it as well. Not intentionally, he doesn't use it. So when Crooked Kingdom started to hint at that, or the characters started talking about how Jesper doesn't use his powers, like how is he still okay and not like tired and worn out and losing his appetite because Grisha have to use their power to feel alive? What was it about Jesper that he was not feeling that way? And when they started talking about this, I first thought that his gambling addiction was his illness of not using the Grisha power. I thought that could have kind of happened, because Matthias said something about there are different kind of illnesses. So I thought while other Grisha might feel worn out and whatever, that Jesper would feel more antsy about gambling. But then it turns out that he actually has been using his power when he's shooting. He's actually controlling the bullets, which sounds insane, but it makes sense. We found out more about Jesper's backstory with his mother and how she died using her power when she was trying to heal someone else. Was that it? That was so sad and it broke my heart. The fact that Jesper's father, Colm, who we also meet in Crooked Kingdom, the fact that he made Jesper feel bad for his power and that's the reason why Jesper didn't want to use it was really sad, because Grisha powers are supposed to be something amazing and really special. I'm just gonna keep going with where my thoughts go and talking about Jesper. I now also want to talk about Wylan and Jesper. Oh my god. Oh my god. I loved them so much. Oh, they warmed my heart. I wasn't sure about who my favorite character was in Six of Crows. I loved them all, but Wylan is definitely my favorite male character in Crooked Kingdom. Oh my god, bless Wylan. He is my precious child and I just want to hold him. So for a majority of Crooked Kingdom, Wylan still looked like Kuwei. Okay, it's Kuwei. There was that one scene, still breaks my heart, where Jesper was really antsy and something bothered him in that scene. I don't remember what it was. I think he had talked to his father, so he was really all over the place and really antsy, as he is. And he walks into this room and he thinks Wylan is sitting at the piano doing his thing, and Jesper walks up to him, just looking at each other, and Jesper thinks it's Wylan and he kisses him and Wylan kisses him back. But then it turns out it's Kuwei, and then Wylan walks in and oh my god, and then Wylan was so upset and Jesper felt so bad, and Kuwei was such a little shit because he actually liked Jesper and because he kissed him back. But then later on we did get a Jesper and Wylan kiss and it was beautiful and I love them so much. Did I mention I loved Wylan in Crooked Kingdom because he was amazing. Oh my god. His chapters were probably my favorite chapters in Crooked Kingdom because his point of view was so different to the others. The other 5 characters all already, well, apart from Matthias, but Kaz and Inej and Nina and Jesper have been part of the dregs and were already used to this life of scheming and thievery and all that stuff, and Jesper is just not like that. So reading from his point of view as they were doing all of this deceiving and scheming and what all of that entails was so funny. I love him so much. I cannot say it enough. He is so precious, but he also grew so much. I really liked his struggle surrounding his father, because obviously he was really upset with everything his father did and how he treated him, but a small part of him didn't want to fully deceive him or do anything to him because it was still his father. But when Wylan, oh my god, when he found out that his mother was actually still alive, oh my god! When he found that out, and he was like, oh, hell no, I'm gonna destroy my father, that, oh my god. Praise bless everyone, Genya and Zoya and Nikolai. Oh my god, Nikolai. Oh, my baby. Oh my god. Anyway, and they got to meet Genya. Genya. I say Genya. When they got to meet her, and she tailored Wylan back to his old appearance, and Jesper had taken that one portrait for reference. The moment I realized that Nikolai was in this book, I died. I died. As soon as someone mentioned like the fox-faced thing, I was like, hold up. Hold the phone. This is Nikolai. But he was there as Sturmhond, and Kaz then realizing you're not really a privateer or emissary or whatever, and then realizes it was actually King Nikolai. Oh my god! Who else did I want to talk about? Okay, let's talk about Kaz and Inej. I'm gonna try and talk about them together. I don't even know what to talk about right now. Kaz, he was as mental as ever, but kind of even more because he was working so hard to get Inej back. Inej thinking that Kaz only wanted her back as an investment and not actually wanting her as a person back. Oh, it broke my heart because we know Kaz likes her, but Inej doesn't know this and she thinks he doesn't really like her that way. But then there was that one scene where Inej was hurt and needed like new bandages, and Kaz is struggling so hard but trying at the same time to touch her and help her and be there for her, and that kiss on her neck. And then he was fighting so hard. As much as I wanted a kiss between them, it would have been so unrealistic, so I'm really happy that they didn't kiss. Like at the end when they started holding hands, I was like, this is it! This is it! And Inej getting to see her parents again at the end. Oh my god. Well, Kaz really wanted to be with Inej and like just talk to her about certain things. He was so full and blind with revenge and hate towards Pekka Rollins. Also, Pekka Rollins working with Van Eck. How did I not see that coming? It seemed so obvious, but I was like, when it happened, I was like, holy shit. Another scene with Kaz that I really liked is, so far we only saw him, like, not quite behind the scenes, but just a lot of, again, I've said this like a million times, but just a lot of scheming and planning and deceiving going on. But when he went back to the slat, to confront her Haskell, and he was fighting everyone there, that was epic, and I loved it. When Inej wanted to help him, but he knew she was there, and he looked at her and just shook his head, and he managed on his own. Holy shit. Also, the auction, like, I'm not really talking a lot about the plot, but the plot just kept twisting and turning, and I don't even know how to talk about the plot because there was just so much deceiving going on, and different things just kept happening. But the auction was really intense. Like, all the different ambassadors trying to get Kuwei, and then the Shu and Nikolai just kept going back and forth. One last major thing, Matthias. I was pretty sure that someone was gonna die, and my fear was either Kaz, Nina, or Inej. Those three. I was really afraid they were gonna be the ones to die. One of them, or more of them, I don't know. Those were the three I was really afraid of dying. Obviously I didn't want Wylan to die, but I had a feeling he wasn't going to be the one. And when Matthias was shot, like, it was the end of a chapter and then a different point of view, and it was like the shot rang out and I was like, what? And then we got someone else's point of view, and then at some point we got Nina, and then he's walking up to her and I was like, oh, he's fine, he wasn't shot. And then it turns out he was shot and he was dying, and I was like, shit. No, oh no, oh, I was a mess. But it was really sad, and I was a mess. I was crying, I was sobbing, but I was hurting more for Nina because even though I love Matthias, out of the 6, he's probably my least favorite, so I wasn't too heartbroken about him dying. I feel like I might get hate for this. He was a great character, and he went through immense character development, and I was so proud of him and so happy for him and Nina getting together and planning their future, which made him dying even sadder. But I was able to get over that. I think if it would have been someone else, I would still be a mess. Nonetheless, it was really sad. I was crying so much, and I wanted Nina to be happy, and I'm so sad she didn't get her future with Matthias. I was pretty satisfied with the ending, like Kaz and Inej being at the docks, holding hands, and then Inej getting to meet her parents again. That was so beautiful. Jesper and Wylan were basically living together because Wylan needed help with all the financial and reading stuff, and Jesper was willing to read everything to him. Also, Wylan deceiving his father with like the contract, making it seem like he can read, but he only memorized what Jesper had read to him. That was amazing. They're basically living together, which makes me so happy. I love them so much. And then Nina going back to Ravka. I do want to know how she did there and what she did, and just I wanted to know a bit more about Nina because it broke my heart that Matthias died. The only thing I could have done without was that last chapter from Pekka Roland's point of view. I'm not quite sure what... I mean, it was kind of funny that Inej like appeared in his house when everything was locked and she disappeared again, but I could have done without that. I would have preferred the scene with Kaz, Inej, and her parents to be the last scene. I believe that was all I wanted to say for this video. There are a lot of more things I could have talked about, like plot points, but if you want to talk more about this book with me, feel free to comment down below or DM me on Twitter. I would love to talk to you guys. So that was it for my Crooked Kingdom book talk. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I think I already mentioned this, but I'm gonna say it again. I obviously gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. It is definitely a new favorite, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna make it on my favorites of this year list. So that was it for this video, and I will see you next time. Bye! Was glorious. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Are you not aware of the fact that I'm filming right now? I'm about to send Kaz Brecker on your ass if you do not stop.